Hi there my friends, this is Benjamin here from sayby9to5.com and welcome back to my free training on affiliate marketing. Now in this free training video, I'm going to share with you guys what exactly is affiliate marketing and how could you actually profit from this business model. But bearing in mind, this particular training video is going to be very detailed and comprehensive. So at any point in time when you actually feel that you're getting lost, you might actually want to pause and rewind this video and actually relook into the particular video section again. Okay, so in affiliate marketing, basically we have three main steps. All right, as you can see over here in my PowerPoint presentation, we have this thing called a source page. All right, so this source page can be in a manner of landing page, or it can be in a manner of website, or it can actually be in both. All right, that means to say you have both landing pages as well as websites. Now, be it whatever source you are using, is it a landing page or website per se, end of the day, why I call it a source page, because this is where your main source of email addresses are going to come from. Okay, now as an affiliate marketer, I'm someone who firmly believes in the money is in the list. All right, this list that we are talking about is email list. All right, however, to actually obtain the email list from subscribers nowadays is not an easy feat. Not everybody is so keen in terms of releasing their email addresses, because there are tons of marketers actually bombarding all their email addresses inbox. Just on myself alone per se, on a daily basis, I receive at least 30 over different advertising marketing emails. All right, so when it comes to this source page, you must be able to give them a certain freebie. All right, a certain lead magnet, we call it. All right, in order to exchange for their email addresses. And bearing in mind that this lead magnet must be something of true value. All right, it must be something of value to these subscribers. All right, and nowadays subscribers are not stupid, honestly. If you're just going to go to things like idprr.com and download a free PDF ebook and you expect to exchange for email addresses, you are in for a big disappointment, guys. So nowadays, the most effective lead magnet, based on my personal experience, are things like this, which is a free training video. All right, to actually share with them in terms of what exactly is affiliate marketing. Okay, now guys, you might be thinking that affiliate marketing is actually very simple. All I need to do is actually to refer a certain product or service to a customer, and then when they buy it, I will actually get certain commissions out of it. Yes, the gist of affiliate marketing, you got it right, but however, there are reasons why so many affiliate marketers actually fail when they actually enter into this business model at a very initial stage. And this is where I'm coming in to share with you guys all the different intricacies involved. All right, so step one, like what I mentioned, we need to have the source page, and step two, we need to actually bring all these email addresses into our respective autoresponders. There are several kind of autoresponders out there in the market now. The more common ones are things like Aweber, GetResponse, MailChimp, so and so forth. All right. Now, within these autoresponders, now if you are an entire newbie, you might be actually asking me, why can't I use things like Gmail, Hotmail, all right, or Yahoo Mail to act as my email responder? Yes, you can do so, but however, bearing in mind there are two areas that you need to actually take note of. Number one is the deliverability of your emails to these audiences. Now, most of the gateways of all these emails, all right, they are very skeptical when it comes to certain Gmail extension, Yahoo Mail, or Hotmail extension to actually enter into the inboxes of their email subscribers. So more often than not, what we actually do is we come up with our own custom email addresses. Like for example, for my case will be benjamingo@sayby9to5.com. All right, this is my custom email. Now, to come up with this custom email is already a sort of difficulty for a lot of newbies, right? Because they do not know where and how to actually go about doing that. So end up, in order to save costs, they do not subscribe for all these autoresponders. They start using their Gmail and send out the emails one by one. So it's going to be a very time-consuming process, number one. Okay, now number two, why they call email autoresponders is because you are able to set sequential emails on a daily or even on whatever days basis that you like. Like for example, this particular email actually enters into this particular group. All right, this group is what we call, like, for example, this product name. So I can actually send them a sequence of 10 days email on a daily basis, or I can choose to send them 4 emails on a daily basis, break for a day, and subsequently another 6 emails on a daily basis. So this is what email autoresponders can actually do, and it is very important to do so. Now, why? Because psychologically, it has already been proven that the average consumer takes about 7 to 10 times of seeing your repeated presence before they decide to actually purchase anything from you. Now, whenever I train a lot of my students when it comes to affiliate marketing, I always tell them one very important aspect, which is trust factor. There's so many affiliate marketers out there. Question is, why must these consumers buy from you specifically? What is so special about you? All right. So this is where, in terms of constant follow-up using autoresponders, comes into play. Now, you would actually realize that along the way, while autoresponders is actually working, on a daily basis, you actually receive things like people who unsubscribe from your list. Now, don't worry about that, because this is actually a good thing, guys. When these people actually unsubscribe from your list, more often than not, they're actually not even interested in whatever that you're trying to promote. So if they don't actually buy from you, chances are they will not buy from someone else either. All right. So don't be too disappointed or too upset when it comes to people unsubscribe from your list. Okay, now within autoresponders, there are also things like, how do you actually start building an email list? How do you actually use your autoresponders? How do you actually channel all the different workflows? And how do you actually use broadcast messages to all your 1,000, 2,000, or 10, or even 10,000 email leads? All right. So this alone, in terms of using autoresponders, is a field itself. All right, it's a field of study on its own. So in any of these 3 stages, you cannot skip the entire thorough knowledge of them. Like, for example, you must know what converts. To build up a landing page, for my case, I use ClickFunnels. To build up a landing page is very, very easy. It's just a matter of drag and drop. But which landing page would actually convert for what kind of offer is another field of study on its own, and it comes with a lot of testing. All right, you must do a lot of split testing in order to find out which is the exact converting landing page. Websites. Now, to actually come up with websites, again, a lot of people ask me, now, Ben, you have a website, sayby9to5.com, so how do you actually insert your affiliate links into all this blog? Now, the most common way that I do so within sayby9to5.com is by doing review blogs. All right, review blog articles per se. That means to say, I actually come up with blog posts whereby I review certain products that is just launched or going to be launched. All right, and within my review blogs, I actually offer them different kind of bonuses in order to encourage them, or I would say entice them to buy through my particular link on their blog post. That is one way. Second way is, if you go over to my website at sayby9to5.com, there is actually a particular section called free training. Now, within the free training, I talk about different things like why should you use GetResponse, and I'll share with the audience in terms of all the different step-by-step in terms of using these particular autoresponders. And of course, I will sprinkle some affiliate links here and there when it comes to getting your GetResponse over here. All right, so if the audience actually purchase GetResponse via my link, that is where I also get the commissions. Now, there's another way in terms of sprinkling your affiliate links into articles, which is things like comparison. All right, when I mean comparison, I'm not trying to tell you downplay a particular product or service and upplay the other one, not necessarily. Like, for example, you might actually want to come up with an article to do a comparison of different autoresponders, and you can have affiliate links for all these different autoresponders per se. Okay, now, so after we settle source page and email autoresponders, the next one will come in terms of the sales offer. When it comes to sales offer, again, is another field of study. There are so many niches out there in the marketplace: healthcare, automotive, spirituality, astronomy, make money online, which is the most common one, e-business and e-marketing, just to name a few. If you actually go over to a very common affiliate marketplace called clickbank.com, you will see that there's an entire different niche that's being listed over there, which I'm not mistaken is easily about 30 over to 40 over niches that we're talking about. All right, so you need to choose the correct niche that you actually want to start marketing. Now, again, what exactly is this thing called correct niche? Which niche will actually help you to make the most money? Honestly, guys, I received this question so many times, and my standard answer to them is all niches can make money. So what kind of niche should you actually venture into? It really depends on what is your area of interest. Like for example, there's even this thing called woodworking niche. All right, so there's a particular product on ClickBank called text woodworking, which has already been a top seller for like years, and there are still people making money from this particular product per se. All right, so it really depends on what is your area of interest, number one. Now, next, in terms of sales offer, you also need to take a look into whether this particular product offers recurring commissions or is it just a one-off commissions. Because why is recurring commission important? Well, very simply put, is because if you actually decide to venture into affiliate marketing on a full-time basis, naturally you do not want to start every month from zero again. So you need to start accumulating offers, which actually creates recurring commissions for you, so long as your buyer actually stays on the program persistently. All right. Next, you also need to look into what kind of upsells the product has. Okay, whether the upsells make sense, whether they're congruent with the front offer, with the front end offer, whether this particular upsells will actually entice your buyers to actually purchase them, the prices, the reasonability of the prices versus the value that upsells actually offer. Right. Next, you need to look into the vendor's record. Like for example, if this particular vendor who promote this product, when you actually look into his historical performance, and you realize that some of the products actually have a very high refund rates of more than 10%, then you might not actually want to promote this particular vendor's product, because when this refund rate actually kicks in, it might also affect you. It's not just monetarily that we are talking about. We are talking about certain affiliate score that you would actually be impacted if your buyers actually refund the products that you actually promote to them. All right. Now, next, also we had to look into whether these sales offers have certain affiliate tools, affiliate instruments to actually help us to promote these products. All right. So in summary, if you look at it, the entire affiliate marketing is made of just 3 steps. The step 1, your source page. The step 2, your email autoresponders, and your step 3, the various different sales offers. But in each of these different steps, there are things to actually take note of, guys. Okay. So if you look at this entire 3 step, there is one component that is severely missing over here. Without this component, you can have the best landing page, the best looking website, the best value website, or you have both, and you have all your email autoresponders, everything being set up to 90 days or even 900 days, all right, just to be a little bit exaggerating. Now, and you actually manage to find the best offer out there that gives you the best recurring commissions, the most value, and the best reasonably priced upsell, so on and so forth. You can have all these things, but without the most important component. Okay, without this component per se, your entire structure will crumble. And this component that we're talking about is called traffic. So what exactly is traffic over here? Now, you see, this is step 1, followed by step 2, followed by step 3. See, guys, if you want to make money online, there's one thing that you need to appreciate and you need to understand, that there are so many landing pages, millions of landing pages out there in the internet marketing space, millions of websites out there in the internet marketing space. And don't forget that we are actually competing sometimes with established companies per se, like Amazon, Shopify, all these big companies like Toshiba, Panasonic, all these kind of big companies. It depends on what is the niche that you are talking about over here. All right. So in order to make your website or landing page visible to the public, you need traffic. These people must in the first place know that your landing page even exists in the internet marketing space. They must know that your website exists in the internet marketing space. So traffic is actually very congruent with this thing called branding. Okay, so what exactly are we branding here? Are we branding your website, or are we branding your sales offer? Are we branding your landing page? No, we are branding you. You are the one that people want to buy from. It's not about your landing page. It's not about your product. You are the one that they want to buy from. You see, guys. Now, when it comes to traffic, there are main core components. One is what we call paid traffic. The other one is what we call free traffic, of course. Excuse me. When it comes to free traffic, wow, everybody's ears start pricking up. Wow, it's free. So Ben's going to teach me something that is free. Of course I can. But I want you guys to understand that when it comes to free traffic, there are certain pitfalls involved. Number one, is going to take you a long time to even gain some traction in the internet marketing space. When I'm talking about long time, I'm talking about easily months or even years to actually gain traction in the internet space. All right, that's number one. Number two, with free traffic, it is actually very hard to scale your income, because you don't have the correct data when it comes to free traffic. Okay, and even if you have the data from free traffic, you will not be able to scale it. All right, because you are not able to manipulate the numbers based on certain budget like paid traffic can do. Now, when it comes to paid traffic, the most common ones that we know is Facebook and Google Adwords. Correct? These are the two main giants when it comes to paid traffic in the internet space. But however, are you aware that all social media platforms like TikTok, Twitter, even WhatsApp, what do you call it, Snapchat, okay, all these social media platforms have their own style, their own way of paid traffic, and that is the main revenue generating source that these social media platforms are deriving from. Okay, but for the sake of simplicity, let's just focus on talking about Facebook and Google AdWords over here. Now, what is the main difference between Facebook and Google AdWords? Okay, in my own personal opinion, if you can, advertise on both. All right, but if you really have to choose one, my personal preference would be Google AdWords. Now, the reason for that is very simple. When it comes to Facebook advertisement, they charge you based on impressions. All right, impressions. Now, what does this word impression actually mean when it comes to paid advertisement? Now, you realize that sometimes when you're playing on your Facebook, right, your finger will start scrolling up, all through the different news feeds. And sometimes some of the feeds are actually sponsored posts. When it comes to sponsored posts, let me share with you an example over here. All right, let me log into my own Facebook account, and you see this particular one here, SAM card. You see the word sponsored. Now, when you see the word sponsored here, it means that this is actually a form of paid advertising. All right, so even if you did not click on that particular ad, or you have no intention at all to actually click on that ad, the moment this ad is being shown to you, that's considered as an impression, and you are being charged based on impression. But when it comes to Google AdWords, you can actually do this thing called CPC campaign, which is cost per click. All right, so only when somebody click on your ad, then you're actually going to pay Google for that. And not only so, Google has this thing called the in-video streaming. Now, sometimes when you watch a certain YouTube, because YouTube is owned by Google, all right, and YouTube is the second largest platform, social media platform out there other than Facebook. So Google and YouTube are considered as one entity per se. All right. So sometimes you realize that when you watch a certain YouTube video, when you're watching halfway, an ad suddenly pops up, and there's a skip ad at the bottom right corner, which you can do so after the first 5 seconds of the ad. So are you aware that this kind of we call it skippable in-stream videos? All right. The first 30 seconds of the ad is actually free, meaning to say, if the audience actually clicks out, that means to say he click on the skip ad button, anytime from 0 seconds to the first 30 seconds, you are not being charged at all. You will only be charged when the ad actually runs for more than 30 seconds, or the audience actually click on the particular button to move into the particular source page that you want them to actually go to. All right. So meaning to say, Google does not really charge you based on impressions per se. They charge you based on cost per click. All right. And when it comes to Google Ads, there's so many different ways to actually do so. Let me share with you guys just an example over here. All right. If I go over to my YouTube now, you can see over here, if I do a simple search on affiliate marketing, there's one ad here, second ad, third ad. So these are also considered as Google AdWords ad. All right. Now, if I play a particular video over here, okay,
customers local pickup when you start selling.
So you can see that this is a shopify.com.sg ad. All right, you can actually put your particular comments over here. You like it or you don't like it. Well, this one will actually affect the algorithm, all right, of that particular ad per se, in terms of Google will know whether this particular ad should be shown to a certain particular audience. Okay, but this doesn't really concern you. Don't worry about that. Now, what we want to see here is this.
Going online with Shopify, the e-commerce
Okay, you can see the timer is actually running down, right?
platform that's trusted by
So once 5 seconds is up, you have this thing called a skip ad. All right. So let's say, assuming if I were to run this ad all the way
over 1 million businesses
until
worldwide.
the 30 seconds, and I'm still watching
Build
it,
your online store without
then Shopify will be charged. All right. If at any point in time, like now, is at a 10 seconds mark. All right. I'm still watching
or
it,
design experience.
and I'm still watching it.
Reach more customers with Shopify's social media and marketplace integrations. Instantly.
All right. Let's say somewhere around here, 20 seconds mark. I actually intend to skip that because it doesn't really interest me at all. So if I hit skip ad,
This is gonna be
so basically is Shopify will not be charged. That particular advertiser will not be charged because I already skipped the ad within the first 30 seconds of this skippable in-stream video. Okay. Now, let's go back again. There's another form of Google Ads, which is this one. Now, when you actually do a Google search, all right, let's say I do a Google search of affiliate marketing. Now, you see that there's 810 million results out there. Of course, you can do SEO in order to rank your articles up all the way, but it's going to take you very long in order to do that. And your domain authority must be really high in order for Google to reward you with this kind of page 1 ranking. But however, you can always do it the shortcut way, which is via paid ads. And you can see over here, there's one ad here, and there's one ad here. All right, so there are 2 different ads. So all these ads, be whether on a YouTube platform or on a Google platform, you can configure them via the Google Adwords. Now, one thing good about Facebook or Google Ads is nowadays with the internet marketing space, the whole thing has evolved. Marketers are always concerned about one thing, which is where are my audience? Okay, how do I streamline to attack, or rather to target my exact desired audience that I want? Now, when it comes to online advertising, be it whether it's Facebook or YouTube or any other social media platforms, this thing is being made very easy because you can do things like interest targeting, demographics, even household income, age, gender, educational level, the countries that they're located, be it whether they're actually residing in that country or someone who express interest in that country. So many ways for you to segment your audience, guys. And not only that, there's this thing called the pixel tracking. Okay, whenever you do any form of source page, be it website or landing page, please put in your Google tags or as well and as well as your Facebook pixel into these pages, because they will start tracking who are the audience who visited all these pages. Okay, now why is this thing important? Because of retargeting, or we call it remarketing. So for example, you have a certain page and it's receiving a lot of visitors, so you might actually want to remarket to this particular group of people on certain offers to remind them that, hey, you visited this particular page before, do you forget to actually purchase this particular offer? All right, so sometimes you'll realize that why is it that on your Facebook page, sorry, your Facebook profile page or your YouTube videos, you are always watching the same kind of advertisements, the same particular niche of advertisements, the same particular kind of ads that I think I have expressed some interest before. That is because of these pixels. These pixels are tracking you on wherever you are going, guys. Okay, that actually marks the effectiveness of online advertising if you were to do it well. Okay, and paid ads is one area that actually deters a lot of people away, because paid ads, unfortunately, if you do not know how to actually maneuver around the entire system, you would end up losing a lot of money. Right? You end up losing a lot of money. All right. Now, other than the normal paid social media platforms, paid advertisements, of course, you also have this thing called the solo ads. So solo ads are whereby these people have a huge email list, and your job is to actually purchase from these solo ad vendors their email list in terms of clicks to your respective source page, and usually in the area of landing pages. And more often than not, most solo ad vendors, I would say most, not all, solo ad vendors are focused only in the make money online niche. Okay. Now, when it comes to free traffic, like what I mentioned, all social media can do so. So the next question that you might be asking me is, Ben, so which social media should I actually be focusing on? Now, for me, before I decide to move into any social media platform, I would actually do some research on the demographics of the users in this particular social media platform. Is it generally the kind of audience that I am looking for? All right. So let's say I give you an example. I'm dealing with make money online niche, especially, correct? So most of the people in the make money online niche are in the age of 25 and above. All right, maybe let's say 25 to 60, somewhere around there. So if there's a social media platform out there whereby their main users are less than 25 years old, all right, then that is the particular social media that I would not actually focus my effort into. But if there is some social media platforms whereby their demographics are generally people 25 to 50 years old, the household income is generally more than $100,000 or more than $50,000, that would be the social media platform that I would like to target. Okay, and please take note that you should not target just one social media platform. You have to create this thing called an omnipresence, meaning to say, whichever social media platforms that your audience is actually into, they can always see your face, they can always recognize you. More often than not, over time, you would actually gain, I would call this thing called assume authority in the eyes of this audience, that you are someone that perhaps they could trust in terms of embarking on their make money online niche or whatever niche that you're interested to actually move into. All right. Next, there's also this thing called a YouTube launch checking. If you're actually my YouTube channel audience, you will see that I actually do a lot of review videos, on products that same thing's going to be launched or has already been launched recently. Now, all this YouTube launch checking actually is an asset. It's an asset that you have to build. In fact, when it comes to free traffic, right, please understand that why is it taking so long before you can even gain traction? It's because it's almost like building a sand castle. Now, bear in mind, you're going to build a sand castle. It's not a sand house, okay? It's a sand castle. Except that this sand, you can actually use cement to make it a little bit more concrete, all right? Now, this sand castle, it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort in order to build it to a certain height so that people can actually witness, wow, finally I can see your sand castle per se. So while you're actually building the base, the second level, the third level, whereby the height is still pretty low, generally you cannot gain any traction, correct? Now, next, it will be in terms of the social media platforms. The most common ones that you have to use will be Facebook, Instagram, all right? These are the two that usually people would so-called spend their time on, all right? So if let's say you're on Facebook and Instagram very, very frequently, and they always see your face, your videos, your code cards, stuff like that, generally over time, they will recognize you, all right? And they will remember you whenever you are trying to promote any offer. And that is where you also start to gain followers, all right? Provided your content is something of value to them. Now, last but not least, when it comes to free traffic or paid traffic, there's this thing called the bonuses. So bonuses are actually byproducts in terms of how to encourage your buyers to actually purchase from you and only you. Other than the fact that they trust you, of course, you might want to actually reward them for purchasing from you only in terms of various bonuses that you can offer to them. And bear in mind, make sure that these bonuses are in line to the particular niche that you're offering. Like for example, I'm in a make money online niche, so my products generally are products related to make money online. So it would not make sense for me to offer a woodworking PDF or woodworking ebook or woodworking video to my targeted audience in MMO, correct? So guys, in a nutshell, this is how the entire affiliate marketing system actually works, and as well as the various traffic platform. So as what you can see over here, individual steps is a study on its own, not to mention when it comes to traffic as well. Okay, so that's the reason why whenever I review certain products and I feel that this product will actually help you in your make money online, my assumption is this particular product can help you in terms of your source page or your email autoresponders setup, or in terms of letting you understand better sales offers, or in the area of usually free or solo ads. All right, so these are areas that you have to attack them. It's like a jigsaw puzzle, guys. All right, but the problem is a lot of products out there, they will not address the entire picture per se. All right, they usually address a certain segments of it. All right, so all these products is actually meant for you to help enhance that particular segment of the jigsaw puzzle. Okay, so if you're asking me, well, in that case, Ben, how many products do I need to buy before I can even see money out there? Well, if you look at the entire business model, guys, there are so many permutations on how you can actually conduct this business. Like, for example, you might actually just want to focus on building landing pages without a website, or you might actually just want to use a website without landing page to actually start collecting email addresses. And as well as email autoresponders, you might not be interested in terms of workflow, without broadcasting. You just want to build a list and set up autoresponders to start doing that. And in terms of traffic, you might just want to focus on free traffic. But is there any faster way that I could actually generate free traffic instead of waiting for years? So that is where I recommend certain products out there on my YouTube channel and on my blog post to help you to make your money online easier. All right, guys. So this will actually end my part 1 when it comes to what is affiliate marketing and the different pitfalls and how do you actually monetize it. Okay. So do give me some feedbacks. You can hit me back with a reply email. If you don't know my email addresses, you can actually look through via my website. You can contact me over there. So give me some feedbacks in terms of how this video is like, and if you have any questions, feel free to just email me back, and I'll be here to help. Okay, guys, take care.